Hey, Warren Eckstein here. So, when do you need to get a second opinion for your dog or your cat? As most veterinarians do everything they possibly can to make our pets feel a whole lot better. We become really loyal to our veterinarians, and that's a good thing. However, sometimes we become a little too loyal. So, for example, you're taking your dog to the vet, and your vet is working on a specific problem. I don't know, maybe appetite, maybe dry skin, whatever they may be working on. And you've been going there over and over again, and you're not really seeing the results that you feel you should be seeing, and the vet may not be seeing the results he thinks he should be seeing. So that's when you have to have the conversation. Hey, listen, doc, is it time to get a second opinion? Now, a lot of people feel like they're upsetting their veterinarian if they ask for a second opinion. But in reality, no one's omnipotent. So it's a good idea always to get a second opinion. If you needed surgery, or any member of your family that walked upright needed surgery, the first thing you would do was get a second opinion, in some cases a third opinion. And then you go see a specialist. Here's where a lot of people are really, really confused. Nowadays in the veterinary field, when I started out, you go to your veterinarian. Your veterinarian would take care of surgery and would take care of dental issues and whatever problems you may be having with your pet. But nowadays, because we consider our pets not just the family pet, but part of the family, more and more veterinarians are specializing. So almost every specialty you can think of in the human field, whether it be oncology, dermatology, surgery, orthopedics, dentistry. There's so many different types of specialties now in veterinary medicine that may be the way to go. But I know what a lot of people are saying. Warren, it's really expensive to go to the vet in the first place. Going to a specialist, isn't that going to cost me a lot more money? Well, the answer is yes, and the answer is no, and here's why. When you go to a specialist, it may cost you a little bit more money up front, but there's a good possibility you're going to get a result a lot quicker and a resolution a lot quicker as well. Not all the time, but sometimes. So seeing a specialist very often is exactly the right thing to do. And again, don't worry about putting your veterinarian nose out of joint, because any veterinarian or any doctor, any medical person that says, don't get a second opinion, or I don't want you to get a second opinion, you don't need a second opinion, that might not be the right doctor for you. Everyone, we love our pets as part of our family, and we want to do everything we can. And sometimes getting a second opinion from a specialist is exactly the way to go. Now, I know it's tough sometimes because I live in Southern California, so surrounding me there might be hundreds of specialist veterinarians. But if you live somewhere maybe in the Midwest or in South Dakota or North Dakota, it may be more difficult. So you have to really depend on your veterinarians. And very often, God, I get in trouble when I say this, those veterinarians that work in those more rural areas are absolutely amazing because they don't have the opportunity to go to the specialist. So everyone's coming to them for what they need for their dogs and their cats. So the bottom line is this. I've had hundreds and hundreds of dogs and cats and pigs and chickens in my lifetime. And when I would go to my vets, and I worked with some of the top vets in America, the head of the New York State Veterinary Medical Association, the American, I worked with all of them. But when I took my own dog and I said, we're working on a problem with the skin's looking a lot better, but maybe I should see a dermatologist. And I never have one of my veterinarians say, no, Warren, don't. So listen, this is the bottom line. If you have a dog or a cat, and you've been going to your vet, and this is nothing against your personal veterinarian. Your veterinarian might be the greatest guy in the world, but if you've been going over and over again, and you're not seeing the results you think you should be seeing, or the dog may not be getting better, maybe it's true that the vet can't do anything else, but don't you want to know? So it's really important to kind of put that fear away and say, my dog or cat, I'd like to see him looking a lot better, I like him feeling a lot better, maybe a second opinion is the way to go. So how do you find that specialist? Almost every state, every county has a local veterinary medical association. So one of the best ways to do it is log on to their local veterinary, like Southern California Veterinary Medical Association, New York State Veterinary Medical Association, whatever. And they have a list of specialties there as well. Also, you can go directly to the American Veterinary Medical Association and go online, and they will give you places that you can go to find a specialist. So we love our dogs, we love our cats, we love our pets. They're part of the family. Mine, Molly and Willie, I love them as much as any of my other members of my family. So if there's something not right with them, I want to get them the best care I can. I have my primary vet, my specialist vet, my second opinions, and you should too. Don't miss the Pet Show on Saturday morning.